Live from around the globe to your frontal lobe. It is the Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 118. Guys, how you doing? My name is Little Rex. This is, like I said, the Daily Chat. Today is... God, man, the world is just... It's just going to hell in a handbasket. I swear it is. Like, can we have a week where we don't have to report, some type of really terrible news? Like, it's getting to the point where you almost can't you just wake up and you're becoming desensitized to the whole thing. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Turk. I appreciate that, man. I've been a Cooler Master guy for a long time. Where's my towel? I was wondering, I'm like, why is my green screen like freaking out? But yeah, no, it's becoming a little bit crazy. So as you guys know, and amazingly enough, this is actually not the main story of today. This is just the main story propagating through the news outlet space. But of course, on Sunday, somewhere in Texas, there was, or Sutherland Springs, Texas, a dude walked up in all black to a church, sprayed the place down for lack of a better expression. Like, dude just laid waste to everything under the sun. And it was just obviously, like, people are sad and they're mourning, and as well you should be. Like, 8 billion people, bro, a lot of stuff, 8 billion people, a lot of stuff goes down. Tons of stuff goes down. You are absolutely not wrong about that, man. But still, like, we're getting to the point where we wake up and we can't not see something bad happening. But what actually caught my attention more, because as you guys know, I'll report on these topics every now and then, but there are several outlets that do it so much better than I do, like Philip DeFranco, where I don't see the point in myself covering it, so I just kind of press on to the other stuff that people can't cover. But one part of it did actually strike me pretty oddly, and that was Wil Wheaton. Wil Wheaton angers people of faith with furious tweet to Paul Ryan. The former Star Trek Next Generation star and Stand By Me star Wil Wheaton faced a backlash after denigrating prayers offered for the Texas shooting victims. On Sunday, in the midst of the news coming in about the situation in Texas, Paul Ryan sent out, "Reports out of Texas are devastating. People of Sutherland Springs need our prayers right now," Ryan wrote. Wil Wheaton responded, "The murder victims were in church. If prayers did anything, they'd still be alive, you worthless sack of excrement." People were understandably really upset. Like, one person here said, "Seriously, so this sicko kills people in church and somehow it's God's fault or prayers? You have an interesting perspective, no hate. It's one thing to attack a politician. It's another to attack the innocent, dead, and all religion. Looks like you are the worthless sack of excrement." I'm not a fan of Wil Wheaton. Personally, can't stand the guy. I can't stand him. I can't stand anything about him. I kind of think he's like a potato, but he's a potato worth more money than me, so what do I know? But in this instance, yeah, I think he kind of maybe, like, he's not wrong. Here's the thing. His tweet was super 100% in the right. If prayers did anything, those people would not have get mowed down like they were a lawn. But so what, a douchebag said douchey thing. Why is this yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Wil Wheaton, he's very vocal. What the yeah, okay, so he's very vocal, and I can appreciate that basically because I'm the same way. So it'd be wildly hypocritical for me to be against his tweet, which, like I said, he's not wrong. Was it the right thing to say literally the day of the massacre? Probably not. Kind of like if you get like a stab wound, the last thing you want your friend to do is go pour like literal salt into the wound. Like, you don't want that. People's outrage, I can fully accept. But people need to understand that saying, my thoughts and prayers are with XYZ person or event or people of event. That doesn't do anything. It never has. It's never going to. I'm sure lots of people probably wish I was removed from, now it's echoed. Oh, what? I'm echoing? I shouldn't be echoing. Everything should be fine. But, like, what was I saying? I don't remember now. But, like, yeah, I'm sure lots of people wish, like, something bad would happen to you. Like, thoughts and prayers are wishing Little got struck by lightning live on air. I'm sure, like, those thoughts exist, but they don't do anything. I don't have to fear a lightning bolt coming through 3 floors of my house to strike me down. So, yeah, I missed the time when people moved on, when he said something. Yeah, but those were called the good old days, Turk, and those days are just gone. Like, we live in an age of social justice snowflake people who need everything, like, catered and tailored to them and not in the good way. So, yeah, people are wildly sensitive, and like I said, his timing was... Positive vibes aren't a bad thing. Literally thoughts and prayers with a different packaging. It's like thoughts and prayers, good vibes. Coke, meet Pepsi. Pepsi, Coke. Like, they're really the same thing. There is such a thing as positive energy. Well, I'm willing to, like, probably, like, where I'm willing to, where I can see your point. No, I don't believe in positive vibes as much as, like, in the capacity of, you know, it's gonna once again do anything for me tangibly. Like, okay, so the positive energy I get from you, like, being excited for the show, being here, talking, like, I get that. Like, I physically can see that, get that. But, like, you know, like, saying, hey, man, like, yeah, I know you're really bad, but good vibes your way. Yeah, I hate to tell you this. This dude in Sutherland, Texas ain't getting nothing. Like, good vibes, thoughts, and prayers, literally the same thing. Literally as pointless and useless as the last. So, yeah, I'm not surprised this blew up. I am a little bit surprised Wheaton would be so careless as a public figure. Because here's the thing. While Wheaton is kind of like a B-list or maybe even a C-list celebrity, you've got oh, Turk, oh, you're sweet, man. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. While he is a C-list celebrity, he's a celebrity to a lot of people, but he's just not a celebrity people would really, like, pay money to go see in a mainstream capacity. So, you know, he's a YouTube star. He's basically a YouTube star. Good enough to be interested in, not good enough to pay actual money for. And when you're at that level, you do have to watch what you say. You can't just say whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, that will come and bite you in the butt. It absolutely will. Bro, who is Will Wheaton? He was on Star Trek. He was on Star Trek in a show called Stand By Me. Never heard of it, okay? There were shows that were big in the 80s, I think. 80s or early 90s. I think 80s. Now he works with Geek and Sundry hosting a show called Tabletop where he plays, like, tabletop games with other celebrities. Like, people bigger than him. What the hell was that? Okay, that was, like, super strange. You just don't yeah, you can say, you just don't, yeah, exactly. I say whatever I want, I don't apologize for it. Because I know when I say something, I stand by whatever I said. Which we are going to see in a few minutes when I get to the main topic of tonight's show. It's about the attitude and the yes, okay. There's a thing I've been telling people for ages. And this works for a lot of stuff. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. Just these dummies fold under pressure. Yeah, they fold like because they have to. They basically have to fold. Because you never know. Because let's see. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have to apologize because I don't have to fear any external force taking repercussions on me. Little Rex Media, myself, are solely owned entity, okay? I don't have to worry about anything. If I want to say something, I say it because I'm not going to fire myself. Like, I am the CEO, I am the CFO, I am the HR lady, I am all of them. But guess what? The HR lady, not only am I sleeping with her, but she actually really likes me and lets me get away with anything, up to and including murder. So, I really can say whatever I want. But Will Wheaton, on the other hand, works for a Geek and Sundry. So it's not a matter of he caved under the pressure of people. He caved under the pressure of he could possibly have been fired from what I've got to imagine is a very, very lucrative job that he's got going right now. Like, here at Tabletop, this is his show. And I have to imagine that it's a very high-paying and well-paying job. What would happen if he didn't? Everyone would forget in a week. I feel like when you apologize, it does get worse, because here's the thing. When you apologize in today's world, in today's commerce, it's gotten to the point now where the people are starting to fracture based on the caving of an apology to not caving to an apology. Unless you hurt someone or cause harm, but who gives an FEC? Yeah, exactly. Like, look, he didn't go in there and shoot up the place. He didn't do anything wrong. So, in that respect, he's fine. But, yeah, like, you shouldn't apologize, because when you apologize, you caved under pressure, and that makes a different subset of people angry because you caved under pressure. And people are starting to see that, some people like me, or like you, Turk, who were born in a different time where social justice was not a thing. It literally was not a word, I think, in the early 90s. Like, you did not have the term social justice anything. In fact, I don't think those three words were ever put together in the 90s. It was a trial by fire generation. Now I look at all of the things like that the new people growing up have, and it's like, you have a safe space here. You're okay. You don't have to fear Billy picking on you at all. We can wait for your mom. It's like, no, man. Like, when I had a problem with Billy, I went and fought Billy. What up, Z-Dem? How you doing, man? Nah, bro. I never heard of the terms. Yeah, dude, right? I never heard of them when I was a kid. Social justice, safe space, all this other crap. I never heard of it. It was a trial by fire, kill or be killed kind of a system. So when I see anyone, company or individual, you're judged on your character. Exactly. You are judged by the merits of your character. And it just isn't that way anymore. Now you're judged by how PC are you? How much do you cave to pressure? How much do you don't cave to pressure? It's a lot of different things. And I think where Will Wheaton failed here was he tweeted out too early, but at the same time, though, he had to tweet out at the time he did to make the tweet relevant to the people seeing it. It was really a double-edged sword if he wanted to go through with this tweet. He could have very easily just ignored it and just let it go by, and that would have been okay. But if he wanted to talk about it, he had to do it in that moment, and that's the risk that you run with. So, I agree. Will Wheaton kind of potatoed this one up. Probably, in the end, should have kept his mouth just shut. Never should have said a thing. But if you're going to say something, don't back it up. Like, here was his response. Hey, real and actual people of faith, I hear you. I apologize for insulting you. In my rage at Paul Ryan's refusal to address gun violence. Yes, because that's the total crutch of this problem. Your faith is your business, and people like Paul Ryan exploit it while they hide behind words without deeds, and people continue to die. Yeah, that was a lot of words for not a lot of substance. I wouldn't care, but if I was losing my job, I'd walk away and do my own thing, especially if he's big enough. Big risks, big as life. Yeah, I agree. Exactly. You gotta risk. You have to take a lot of risks to get where you want to go in life. That's just how it is. But let's take a quick drink here. Update on my health, by the way. I am back to normal. I still get a little bit of pulling every now and then, but I'm now walking upright. In 2 weeks, I should be back in the gym, hopefully getting my gains back on, because God, the waist is just unreal. The waist between my chest and my biceps and my tris and my delts has been just enormous. It is painful to have to look at. This is such a non-thing, bro. I agree. I totally agree. But yeah, I'm back to health. I'm back to like pretty much full health, which is good. So, you know, that's a little bit of a brighter side. To this next story, you guys have been around for a while, and you guys know that I've had my fair share of issues with some of my professors this term. One of which in particular, but because this video might be used as evidence, can't really say which one. But, you know, if you caught the live game archives before they got taken down, you probably saw them. Anyway, now that guy will have been stand your ground only if you have a point. Obviously, if you say it intentionally shitting thing. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, you guys know I've had a few issues, okay? So this past week, we had an assignment due. So you guys know when I'm busy with school and everything, I sometimes tend to live stream my homework just to kind of keep the streak alive, but at the same time, though, not taking too much away from my homework, because that would really be counterproductive. Okay, so you guys know I live streamed this program being created. It all works and everything. It's great. It's fantastic. You've never seen better. But apparently, in programming class, or this programming class in particular, the teacher somehow was under the misguided illusion that you aren't allowed to talk to other students during the dev of this project. Like, students aren't allowed to talk or help each other. This has to be one of the stupidest and most blatant attempts at a power play I think I've seen in my professional career, both as a student and as a professional, period. One of our friends got talked to today, and I'm very, very loose on the details, like, because the details weren't really divulged to me. But based on what I saw today, the teacher is, like, overly mad that we talked to each other about the dev of this assignment on our own individual terms. And this brings up the question, how much power does a university actually have over your function? Over your actual ability to learn? Because guess what? In the computer industry, you work with a lot of people in teams. Like, you're working with teams a ton. And for this person to say, don't work with anyone else, suffer alone and in silence, that's not gonna happen. Not now, not ever. And I am just unbelievable. That discourages connecting with each other. That discourages a lot of things. One of which is it impedes actual development and learning of incredibly important skills. Because here's the thing. The kids coming out of this class go into what's called the co-op work term for our school. And yeah, if you go to, what are you going to say to an employer when they say, okay, you're going to work with the team, and then you just silently suffer alone? The employer's going to look at you like, why aren't you working with your team?
Well, my teacher never wanted us to work with people or talk, so I just work alone.
Like, really? The employer's going to look at you like, you're retarded. Go talk to Jeff and go get help. Bro, universities are out of control in their social education. Oh, dude, it's ridiculous, man. This teacher teaches like it's the 1950s. Like, her assignments are archaic as hell. She grabs all of her examples from Google. It was unbelievable when I Googled one of her examples and the entire thing verbatim popped up. And she just lifted the code whole cloth. I was like, wow, really? They probably just use this against you to kick you out of school. That's how, yeah, well, guess what? Here's the thing. I'm 31, not 19. Guess what? You're not going to intimidate me. I've already gone up against the HR lady at this school before over a tweet. I've gone up against them before, and I sure as hell have not done anything wrong this time. So you better believe the minute if they decide to bring an accusation charge against me, I will be happy to run out, get a lawyer, and let's start getting a lawsuit put together. Because I'm not going to be intimidated by a school. Like, you're powerful. You're not that powerful. You know, it's not like you're a government where I could actually potentially wind up dead or I'm guaranteed to lose. Schools are big and have lots of resources, but this school, I'm willing to gamble it. I will absolutely go get a lawyer and fight this thing. Because to say that you have that much control of my time outside of that classroom is ignorant at best and flat out retarded at worst. Like, that's just not going to be a thing. Last time I checked, you're a customer. Yeah, I am a customer, and I've done nothing wrong. Customer's always right. Unfortunately, in schools, that's not true. Unfortunately, that rule it's like a black hole. That rule just falls apart the minute you hit a school. But to say I cheated, to say any of my friends cheated, when I know what they do because I talk to them literally every day, no, that's not going to be okay. And I'm going to make sure that this crap comes to an end tomorrow. Because she's already said, like, oh, I already told this other professor that you helped with a lab. Okay, first of all, I don't know how you could help with that particular course lab. That lab doesn't exist, really. And second of all, it's a lab. What the hell do you think people are going to do? Like, this teacher is so ass backwards in her mindset and in her methodologies that it's amazing that she ever got to be a tenured professor. And that's kind of, I think, my biggest obstacle going into this court case will be her tenureship. Did someone say something? I'm not really sure what the exact scenario is. I'm going to hopefully find out tomorrow. But the tenureship, if this goes to a court case, would be my biggest hurdle because under a tenureship, you can't be fired. Like, she would have to, like, legitly murder someone in class to even be considered to be fired. Tenureship is basically a job for life. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle that, but that's not my problem. That's my lawyer problem. And I'm sure that they'll be willing to go after it. It's a big enough school where the payday would be pretty high. The payday, you could probably feasibly get 6-figure paydays out of suing a school if you were to win. So we'll see how that goes. I think the salaries and standards for teachers should be raised. Not this lady, man. This lady should have her salary sliced in half. Sliced in half and figure out what's going on. Because, yeah, like, she does not have the skills at her level to be paid what she's being paid. Whatever she's being paid is too high. It's way too high. It should be sliced in half and then like half down again. So that's how I just feel about it. But yeah, it's ridiculous to say, like, you know, oh, you can't get help from other students on your project. Winter Sky, what's going on, baby doll? How you doing? Don't get to see you very often. Don't get to talk to you at all now. Feels bad, man. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you're alive. How's the surgeries and all that stuff going? Did you find a new place out in Delaware? And, like, this issue just has my blood boiling right now. Like, I am legitly so furious at this instructor for even insinuating. And now, unfortunately, because Canada is a nation of the weakest of people, it's like, in America, I probably could have a better lawsuit. I could probably have a 7-figure lawsuit in America. In Canada, I think I'll just be happy if I just don't have, if I just get to keep going. It's an awesome job, admirable, but so many lazy people. Oh, dude, she is one of the laziest professors you've ever seen. Like, so lazy. One of the things, okay, so when I type all my notes on Notepad, Notepad++, okay? So, like, here are my notes. Let's take this class, just a random class, okay? So, like, I take all my notes like this. Now, on the screen, you might have a hard time reading it, and that's fine. But I'll turn the screen and say, hey, I need help with this. Can you check this? And all I'll get greeted with is, I can't read that, and she'll just walk away. Like, just straight up walk away. No aid or assistance. It's just like, I'm not going to type in size 72 font. Get over it. Like, get your eyes fixed. Jesus, sorry I've been going through a lot. The Delaware thing isn't going to happen. Sorry, my time is... Oh, no, I know. I know your time is limited. That's why I don't even bother you on Discord. That's why even on Discord, I just let you, I just let you be because I know that you're super busy. I'm effed? I'm not effed. I'm not effed yet. Like, when you retain... Like, in a system like this, liberal babies run that country. Yeah, but at the same time, the law is still the law. And as long as you can prove your case, you can probably still have a pretty good fighting chance. Like, I can probably still have a pretty good fighting chance in this lawsuit. So we'll see how it goes. But it feels like this year has just been nothing but legal after legal after legal matters. And I'm getting a little bit annoyed of it. I really just want to do my job and just graduate. I really just want to graduate. It's actually a little bit on the obscene side of things. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'll be in class. I'll figure it out there. And we'll decide what's going on and how we're going to fix it. So, that's my life. That's what really kind of got me going this week. Now, this upcoming week, I should be streaming normal times. We'll do a few games. Can I be a lawyer? I've actually got 3 friends who are lawyers here in Calgary. So I'm pretty much good because basically not only do I have 3 direct lawyers, I pretty much have 2 law firms at my disposal. So I'm not exactly outgunned when it comes to this potential lawsuit. Not exactly outgunned. Like, I have enough where I should be able to at least mount a decent looking offense. But yeah, later this week, we're going to be doing some games. I think I'm going to try Dauntless this week, the Monster Hunter for PC edition. I'm going to try that. I want to get back into Fortnite Battle Royale. That's just so much fun. And yeah, I think those are the 2 big things. And I still have to... I'm cheap, $6 an hour. Aw, dude. That's $7 an hour more than I can afford to pay you. You have to take your money at the settlement end, on the back end. And you get a toy. Oh, dude, how can I deny like that cheap China toy? Oof, God, I love my cheap China toys. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and then I still have to make some more video tutorials on Overstream. I know nothing went up today. I just didn't have the time. So there's a lot going in the pipeline. I found out today there's only 24 days left in the term. So, you know, it's pretty bananas how much time is left before the term ends. So, we'll know more. Dan Bryce, I know, man. Thank you. So, we'll try and do that. But, anyway, I finally got my phone listing approved. So, I start that tomorrow. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Good for you. You got that voice. You got that sexy, like...
Oh, so what are you wearing?
I'm wearing jeans.
Oh, that's so sexy. What color?
They're blue.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's just everything. But guys, it is midnight. I do have to get to bed because I have to be up at 9 a.m. for class again. So, gotta cut it here. But thank you for helping me get that off my chest. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you haven't hit the follow button on your respective services, do hit your follow button. It does help me out a lot. On that, I'll be back tomorrow with either game or daily chat or something. I'll probably do a follow-up to what happened here. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Rex. This has been Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 118. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye.